Good afternoon and welcome to LYIT in Letterkenny. We're about to get underway in the Men's Champions Trophy final. Templeogue regular season Super League champions take on the in-form Garvey's Tralee Warriors. I'm joined by this one for Jimmy Ward. And Jimmy, much anticipated game of all the talent that's on the floor. Give us one player from each team that you think might influence the game massively today.
Well, based on yesterday's semi-finals, Matt, Jason Clean had a strong close out for Templeogue in the fourth quarter. Also have Lorcan Murphy there and Trey Pemberton and Ryan Leonard on the Tralee side.
First shot missed by Paul Cummins, and a change in the lineup today. Cummins starts. Coach Mark Keenan's gone for the experience as Ryan Leonard takes the first shot for the Warriors, and Stephen James grabs the first rebound. Big crowd in attendance today. Probably two of the best supported teams in the Men's Super League. The Tralee guys have had a good weekend as Bogdanovic gets a bump, but a travel called on Colleen.
Yeah, and probably two of the loudest supporters of the teams as well in the league, man.
The two semi-finals were one possession games yesterday. Templeogue just holding on against UCD Marion, and Tralee Warriors beating the National Cup champions GCD Swords Thunder, as Leonard has called for a travel, as both teams just finding their way into this game.
Of course, Templeogue, the only team to beat Tralee in Tralee this year.
Yeah, tough place to play. Huge crowds in Tralee all season long. This year, their first year back in the Men's Super League in quite some time, and Lorcan Murphy puts in the first bucket of the day with one of his trademark athletic finishes. Donaghy out-muscles Murphy, misses, but Pantovic puts the first score of the day in for the Warriors, and we're tied at 2.
Yeah, with a team like Tralee, you can't afford not to box out there. They have the bigs that can come in over the back and finish weak side rebounds like that.
The two very big teams. Colleen for 3. As Jason Colleen fancies himself a three-point shooter of late, as he keeps telling us, and made one yesterday, he's made another one today, so you can't argue. Here is one of the best three-point shooters in the league, Trey Pemberton, goes to the basket, can't finish, and Colleen grabs the first rebound. And it's going to be some battle inside between the two big lads, Pantovic and Bogdanovic for Tralee, and Colleen, and this man, Michael Bonaparte, for Templeogue.
Yeah, absolutely, like Jason there, probably the biggest guy on the floor for Templeogue, but Tralee have two 6'10", 6'11" guys, but Mike Bonaparte is very efficient at guarding big men too, so it'll be a good battle, man.
There's 7:55 to go in this first quarter. Templeogue in an early lead, 5-2. Donaghy uses the screen, takes a long two, just inside, rebounded Colleen, and Cummins will look to push. Cummins all the way to the basket, but good block from Leonard. And it'll be end-line ball to Templeogue. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Just bobbles out of Colleen's hands, and here comes Pemberton. He has numbers. Nice pass from Donaghy, and Pantovic finishes a great fast break move.
Yeah, great awareness by Donaghy there, just to tee the ball up there for the big man coming to the basket.
Cummins, backdoor lob for Murphy, bit too close to the basket, can't finish, and Pemberton will look to push things for the Warriors. Leonard guarded by Cummins. A big battle inside between Colleen and Bogdanovic, and there was always going to be a foul call at some point, depending on which way it went. It's gone on Colleen.
Yeah, both guys showing they're not going to be bullied down low, and Jason demonstrating that he was held from behind, but
Pemberton just gets it in time. This time it goes into Bogdanovic. Bumped by Colleen. Loses his footing and travel called. But Jimmy, you've seen already, very physical inside, and Jason can't afford to pick up his second as he's just been spoken to by the referee, but both guys have to be careful.
Yeah, absolutely, and this one, like, Jason has the experience. I think, to be honest, he'll be able to live with that first foul there. He took the bump the last time and stepped away, let the big man run into space, so it'll be interesting as the game goes on, though.
So Stephen James at the point guard spot. Templeogue missing their regular point guard, Boylock Morrison. Not with the team they have. Puff Summers on the bench, but today it's Bonaparte that starts. And yesterday we saw 6 points from Michael Bonaparte. He did what he needed to do, but they'll be looking for a huge game from him today.
Yeah, absolutely. And perhaps the thinking behind yesterday was they probably hadn't expected the game to be as close initially with UCD, but might be a good bit fresher today as a result of that, having the extra time to rest yesterday. Donaghy goes smooth to the backboard, and second chance opportunity finished in there by number 14, Pantovic.
Pantovic, I think, has all 6 points so far for the Warriors, and most of them coming off passes from Donaghy as Bonaparte knocks down his first jumper. And it's 7-6 early to Templeogue. Good start from both teams here. Leonard guarded by Cummins. Leonard gets into the middle of the lane, finds Bonaparte in his way, and Bogdanovic foul line jump shot rebounded Murphy. Stephen James finds Bonaparte. Bonaparte inside to Clean. This time it'll be his turn to go to the basket. And good bit of contact, but good defense from Bogdanovic. Clean, slow, getting down the play, and a charge as Bonaparte gets right in front of him, and it'll be an offensive foul. First one on Bogdanovic.
Yeah, perhaps a bit of an experience Bogdanovic there. Like Mike Bonaparte could see him coming from 3 or 4 gallops away and just stood there. Big guys need to have the awareness that, like, to step around a guy who's waiting for a charge like that.
5:44 to go in this first quarter. Men's Champions Trophy final. Bonaparte finds Murphy, back door, guarded by Donaghy. Nowhere to go, but he'll find Stephen James in the corner. That'll be a 2, foot on the line. Rebounded Donaghy. Again, bodies on the floor. Pemberton has Pantovic. Nice pass from Pemberton, but can't finish. And Bonaparte this time goes the other way as it's 3 versus 2, but just pass goes astray and slows things down a bit. Colleen for another 3. And Colleen makes his second 3 of the game.
Absolutely, he has a wry smile that says, yeah, I know I got that one too, 100%, 2 for 2 for Jason so far.
I can tell you now, there'll be a few people dodging lunch in the basketball office next week, not having to listen to that. Donaghy, great rebound and good finish from Kieran Donaghy. And it's 10-8, just under 5 to go in this first quarter. Bonaparte. Pantovic, good defense, gets a hand up. And rebounded by Pemberton, but stripped from Murphy. And good defense from Donaghy. Murphy couldn't finish. Donaghy just smart enough to stay off, and Pemberton open from the 3-point line. He doesn't miss many of those. That one bounces out, but rebounded Bogdanovic. And keeps it in. Pemberton just had a sighter. He'll get another crack. As we said, very proficient 3-point shooter. And Tralee back in the lead.
That's it, and Tralee have got 3 or 4 offensive rebounds here in the first 6 minutes, man, and that'll be something Templeogue will need to limit to keep them out of the game here as Cummins goes back door, but
just a little bit high. And we've an early timeout here for Templeogue, and it's the Warriors leading 11-10, 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Four minutes to go in this first quarter, and Jimmy, both teams will be happy with their start.
yeah, absolutely, both teams run the floor very well. It's very physical, as you said, early on here, but both teams manage only have picked up a foul each, and it's exciting basketball to watch, man.
So we said travelling supporters from both teams, well-supported teams. Both of them both have full home venues. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people down in the Greyhound Bar in Tralee watching this one. As Bonaparte goes to the steal, doesn't get it. Pemberton shuffle around, can't get it, and picked up from James, but good hassle from Bogdanovic, who gets back to steal it, and Pantovic runs the floor. Colleen with good defense, but Pantovic, fantastic finish, and extends the lead 13-11.
Yeah, very impressive finish there. Took a bit of a bump, but managed to control the body and put in a tough shot.
3:30 to go, first quarter, Champions Trophy final. Back door from Bonaparte, doesn't get it, but this time he's in the post. Nice cut from Cummins, beautiful finish from Cummins as he avoids the outstretched arm of Bogdanovic. Leonard. Bogdanovic, long two. Doesn't go, and well tipped from Pantovic and into the hands of Donaghy. There's 4 on the shot clock, have to get it off. Pantovic does, and Pantovic makes it 2 and extends Tralee's lead. 2 minutes 50 to go.
Yeah, and the two big men shooting well here for both teams.
Both coaches early, Jimmy, deciding to stick with their main lineups. What will be the thinking there?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, because it's a fast-paced games and the guys are set, to bring a guy in off the bench maybe midway through the first, he might struggle for a couple of minutes, and a game like this initially you can't afford that.
15-14, Garvey's Tralee Warriors in the lead. Donaghy as Murphy flies by him. Donaghy finds Leonard. Leonard is fouled but can't finish. He'll have to earn them from the foul line with 2 shots coming.
Yeah, and Ryan Leonard, very exciting young player. Had a great semi-final here yesterday. We'll be looking to get in the scoreboard here.
Leonard knocks down the first, 2:21 to go in this first quarter, and we've seen a bit of activity below us. Puff Summers will be coming in, presumably for Michael Bonaparte. It's normally the case, and the referee's called red. Yeah, it will be Templeogue ball. Also checking in to the game is Benjamin Warrington, who had a good game yesterday as well off the bench.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see now how the Templeogue going with a slightly smaller lineup here, with Cummins out of the game along with Bonaparte, how they defend the two bigs here from Tralee.
So 2-point lead for the Warriors. 2 minutes 20 seconds, just under 2 minutes 10 seconds to go. First quarter. Colleen on that 3-point line, steps on the line this time, and he's 3 for 3. We'll call that one a 2. But
Yeah,
fantastic shooting from Colleen early.
absolutely, and he looks confident shooting the basketball there. He's not even second guessing himself, and they're good shots. He's been left open, and Tralee will want to address that if they want to make sure he limited influence.
Donaghy inside, back from Bogdanovic, that's a 2. And Summers is beaten to the ball by Pemberton. Pemberton for 3, in and out, and the flying Kieran Donaghy doesn't get it, and Templeogue have the numbers here. Stephen James pulls up for 3, doesn't go. Rebound Bogdanovic, 1:30 to go in this first quarter. We're tied at 16. Nice pass to Donaghy from into Pemberton, and Pemberton knocks down the short baseline jumper.
Yeah, both teams very quick in transition out there and taking good options, it has to be said.
Down O'Sullivan below us, ready to check in at the next break for the Warriors. Summers pull up, foul line jump shot, doesn't go. Rebound Leonard. Leonard will look to push. Stephen James slows him down. And good hands from Murphy, but not called for the foul as he reached in. And we'll also have Ronan McLaughlin for the first time checking in for Templeogue.
Yeah, Lachlan Murphy probably just guilty of a kind of a tiredness foul there, reached in and bailed him out, but it'll be Tralee ball here. And a reasonable scoring, Matt, compared to the games yesterday for the first quarter here.
Yeah, both teams finding their range. Some good shooting from both teams. Pemberton, shot clock at 10. Overpasses Kieran Donaghy. He's had a bounce of 53 seconds to go in this first quarter. 2-point lead for the Warriors. Puff Summers calls a play for Templeogue. Summers back to the ball. Donaghy switches. Summers inside to Colleen. Colleen just about keeps his footwork. Long two, hits the top of the backboard off the ring, so it will be the Warriors' ball and 30 seconds to go. Jimmy, sum up the first quarter for us.
A good start from both teams here. Both teams really came to play. Good positive basketball match. Both teams playing honest defense and looking to get out and run, which makes the game fun to watch.
Yeah, great tempo to the game early, and Pemberton will look to extend Garvey's Tralee Warriors lead. So the 2-point lead with 20 seconds to go in this first quarter. Donaghy can't finish, and the shot clock will be switched off, so we're down to 14 seconds. Ronan McLaughlin is looking for Summers. He gets it into 10 seconds to go. Pemberton versus Summers. 4 seconds. Stephen James will have to get it up. He does, but can't make it. Rebounded by Donaghy at the end of the first quarter. Huge entertaining first quarter. It was Garvey's Tralee Warriors 18, Templeogue 16. So welcome back here. About to start the second quarter. It's Tralee Warriors leading 18-16. Jimmy, the first quarter just flew by with some fantastic play from both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And these are both teams that score high in regular season games. Like last time they played back in March when Templeogue beat them up there in a nail biter, it was like 96-93. So both teams capable of putting up big numbers.
Fergal O'Sullivan and Down O'Sullivan in for the Warriors. And that is Fergal O'Sullivan for 3. That one bounced out, and Summers with a rebound. McLaughlin gets it to Warrington. Warrington looks inside for Colleen, and Colleen shows his strength. When he gets that deep, very difficult man to stop.
Yeah, when he gets down that low there, he buries you under the backboard like that. You gotta push him out of there earlier. Don't let him get that position on you. And
good to see the referees letting them play there. Two big fellas. Let them have a bang off each other. It's gone out of bounds off Pemberton's leg.
Yeah, and that's it too. Like contact like that, Matt, is incident contact. It's good to see that. Lets players get a feel for the game, and big guys need to be able to bang off each other.
Warrington, he'll look inside again for Colleen. Donaghy just hanging around there, ready to double team. Good move from Colleen, and Colleen, you have to say, is off to a flyer for Templeogue.
Yeah, absolutely there. He's, I'd say 100% from shooting apart from one layup earlier on the floor so far.
O'Sullivan. Sullivan gets the ball, and his first bucket of the day will give him a bit of confidence. We're tied at 20 apiece. 8:40 to go. Warrington to McLaughlin. Good defense on both teams. Nothing has been allowed to be done easily. Colleen on the 3-point line, toes in the line. And that one bounces out, rebounded by Donaghy as he urges his team forward. Pemberton and Bogdanovic, actually Pantovic. Good footwork but can't finish it. Sullivan for 3, and a massive 3 from O'Sullivan, and those points off the bench will be huge for Tralee.
Yeah, absolutely. He's only in the game a couple of minutes there, and he's already got 5 points on the board here for Garvey's Tralee as Donaghy takes a rest and Bogdanovic checks back in.
The Tralee followers found their voices as we've 8 minutes to go in this second quarter, 23-20. Summers, good defense from Pantovic. Did well to stay in front of Summers there, get a hand up.
Yeah, and he's a big guy to try and shoot over, Matt. Summers giving up nearly a foot in height.
O'Sullivan made his last one. Doesn't finish him. McLaughlin grabs the rebound. Calls out a play. Summers to McLaughlin. Shot clock down to 8. Warrington back to Summers. Summers down the lane, but well blocked, but Stephen James with the rebound. Can't finish that one with a foul call, and it's going against Templeogue. And it's gone against Warrington, as Bonaparte had a good couple of minutes rest, and he'll come back in fresh.
Absolutely checks back in again, and means Templeogue will resume with 3 starters start the game, as Randolph looks to check also back into the game here for McLaughlin.
And Pemberton gets a rest, and so does Pantovic and Ryan Leonard and Kieran Donaghy. And both coaches resting their big players just for a couple of minutes at a time and eager to get them back in early.
Yeah, absolutely. In a game like this, you're going to have to give your big stars a rest, big players rather, and you don't leave them sitting too long either, Matt, because a game like this is very pacey, and if you leave for a while, you'll be off of it.
Great movement, good pass from Leonard off a nice cut from Donaghy. He puts in the basket and he'll go to the line for an extra, and it's a 5-point lead for Garvey's Tralee Warriors as into the games come Paul Cummins.
And it's the biggest lead Tralee have had so far this afternoon.
7:05 to go in this second quarter. So a lot of shooting out on the floor for Templeogue, with Randolph coming in. Again, a good 3-point shooter as Donaghy gets the roll and extends the lead. So Stephen James, Paul Cummins comes off the screen from Colleen, and Bonaparte posting up. Be a good matchup inside. Donaghy, an excellent post defender. Fadeaway jumper from Bonaparte doesn't go, and Colleen only succeeds in tipping it to Bogdanovic. Leonard couldn't get his balance, and Randolph ends up with a ball, and James finds Cummins. He doesn't need much excuse to shoot, but overthrows the pass to Randolph, and Garvey's Tralee Warriors will have a chance to extend the lead. Leonard gets James off the floor, can't finish, but the ball bounced into the hands of Bogdanovic, and O'Sullivan, long 3, doesn't go. Great tip from Donaghy, but couldn't find his teammate Fergal O'Sullivan.
Yeah, and Tralee putting a lot of pressure on Templeogue on the rebound situation there. They're getting tips on offense, second chance opportunities there. If they can maintain this, Templeogue could find that trouble down the stretch.
Bonaparte for 3, doesn't go. Rebounded by Darren O'Sullivan. Donaghy to Fergal O'Sullivan. Fergal O'Sullivan made a couple of points already inside to Bogdanovic deep, but he'd been in there for too long. 3-second call.
Yeah, probably a good call by young Jack Dooley there. He had been in there quite a while. And
we'll have a timeout here. Coach Mark Keenan wants to talk things over as his team Templeogue are trailing Garvey's Tralee Warriors by 26-20. So welcome back, 5:47 on the clock in the first half. It's Garvey's Tralee Warriors leading 26-20. It's Templeogue. Templeogue, men's Super League champions, going through the season with just the 2 defeats. But they're under pressure here, Jimmy, in this one.
Yeah, they had the last 3 offenses that failed to get a basket on. That's the difference here at the minute. Whereas Garvey, Tralee using the big guys, they're very active set on the glass there and mopping up when they can as Colleen steps into it, and he has definitely picked up a foul and God forbid an injury here by the looks of it.
Yeah, looked like an awkward fall. But he's okay, and he'll get up so we can resume. And all of that, I missed what happened. Was a foul called?
Yeah, there was a foul call there. Just one of the Tralee players stepped across his pivot foot and he went to the floor. It'll be end-line ball, but it's good to see he's up on the floor and okay, as Larkin Murphy looks to be being prepped to check back in here in a few minutes.
So Templeogue ball from the end line, 5:36 to go in this second quarter. Into Colleen. Randolph puts the ball on the floor, finds Cummins. Cummins guarded by O'Sullivan. Nice fake from Cummins and can't afford to step off him as he gets Templeogue back to within 4.
Yeah, Cummins rocking the old school jab step there and pulled up for the long 3 or 2 rather. And
Sullivan to Leonard. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ryan Leonard pulls it out. Have to start looking to score. Deep 3 from Leonard. That one goes astray, and back into the game will come Goran Pantovic, and he's going to give Wilby Bogdanovic that will take a breather.
It'd be interesting to see with Jason Clean checked out of the game here now, Matt, how Templeogue cope with the size rather of Tralee.
And Pemberton is sent back to the substitute bench. Stepped in a little bit too quickly, and now we'll check in for Darren O'Sullivan. Larkin Murphy snuck back into the game as well, as you said, for Colleen, who will get a well-deserved break and probably had to play a little bit longer than Mark Keenan might have liked just because of the situation of the game, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to stem the flow there until they got into a rhythm, let's say, and got a feel for the big guys of Tralee there. But he'll be able to catch a breather here now. Templeogue are still quite athletic with the guys they have on the floor.
Bonaparte grabs the missed shot from Murphy and puts it in, and he's fouled. So we're back to a 2-point game, and Michael Bonaparte will go to the line with a chance to make it 1. 4:39 to go, second quarter of the men's Champions Trophy final. And Bonaparte gets the roll, and it's a 1-point game.
Yep, indicative of the style of play here. Both teams very evenly matched, and both teams playing to their best abilities out there, as Sullivan goes all there in the middle but missed the layup, but Donaghy mops up the rebound, and as we said before, Matt, they're all over the offensive glass. They're chasing all the shots down.
Yeah, and Fergal O'Sullivan had an excellent game here. Him and Donaghy linking up well a few times, and on that occasion it's Donaghy who tips it in, Cummins for 3. That one goes in and out, but good rebound by Randolph. Stephen James to Bonaparte. Bonaparte finds Murphy, but Murphy can't finish that one. And Leonard is off to the races, and he finds Donaghy open on 3.9 extra pass to O'Sullivan. Nice footwork from O'Sullivan, but rebounded by Pantovic, and Pantovic puts it back in and extends that lead back to 5 again.
Yeah, and that's where you noticed the absence of Colleen there for Templeogue there. Put relatively easy basket for Bogdanovic there.
3:30 to go in the second quarter. Nice pull back dribble from Cummins. It doesn't go. Rebounds O'Sullivan, and Kieran Donaghy slows things down for the Warriors. O'Sullivan again finds a bit of a gap, can't get there, and here comes Murphy. Murphy's tough to stop in the open court. Nice pass from Murphy, and trying to get back into the play. Kieran Donaghy fouls Randolph, and Randolph will make that basket and go to the line for 1 extra.
Yeah, Donaghy just a bit unfortunate, just a bit of body contact there. He did well to cover the ground to get back there. Had he connected with the block, it would have been clean, but the body carried through, and Randolph will shoot the free throw.
Darragh O'Hanlon checks in for the first time for the Warriors as Randolph goes to the line, and that one bounces out. So 3:08 to go, second quarter. It's a 3-point lead for Tralee Warriors as they try and win their first piece of silverware since returning to basketball at this standard, as Pemberton knocks down the two off the dribble. Nice footwork from Bonaparte. He's fouled and he'll go to the line for two. And Pantovic will pick up a foul. And he's heading straight over to speak to Coach Burnson, and we'll have a timeout as Pantovic picks up his second. It's Tralee Warriors leading 32-27. So welcome back, 2:46 to go in this second quarter. Sorry, Michael Bonaparte will go to the line, 5-point lead for the Warriors. Bonaparte gets a nice friendly roll. Knocks down both. And things have slowed down a little bit, Jimmy, of late.
Yeah, a little bit there. Baskets are not coming as hard and fast, and both teams, I suppose, looking to save a bit, because if the game stays tight, it could be quite a flourish towards the end. But it's a great turnaround jump shot there by Pantovic again.
He continues his scoring run, and Stephen James will set things up, trading 5.
It's interesting to see, Matt. Yesterday it was Bogdanovic that was doing all the damage for Tralee inside, and Pantovic today seems to have picked it up a notch too.
O'Hanlon not giving any space to Bonaparte, but Bonaparte uses experience, grabs that rebound off the missed shot from Cummins, and O'Hanlon is called for the foul. Actually, it's gone against O'Sullivan, I think.
Yeah, Bonaparte's ridiculously good at chasing down rebounds like that, getting balls he probably should have no business getting.
And that's team fouls for the Warriors, so Bonaparte will go to the line as Pantovic takes a seat and Bogdanovic checks in. Again, Michael Bonaparte gets that friendly roll. Misses the second, and Pemberton, as the clock clicks to 2 minutes to go in this first half of the Men's Champions Trophy final. O'Hanlon looking for a bit of space, finds Leonard. Leonard finds O'Sullivan. It's back to Pemberton, shot clock down to 11. Pemberton, long three. Rebounded by the Sky and Lorcan Murphy, and it's just amazing to watch.
Yeah, he's got some serious hops on him, Matt, so he has.
Colleen looks for Bonaparte, who finds Murphy underneath, and Murphy shows that athleticism as he easily rolls it over the top of the basket, and it's a 2-point game, 1:20 to go.
Yeah, nice patient build up by Templeogue there. And Tralee also the same. They're not rushing at him here with the last minute or 15 seconds or so as Leonard pulls the trigger on a three. And
Missed shot from Leonard. Rebound Bonaparte, and James will look to try and tie this. Will take the lead here for Templeogue. It's 1 minute to go. Again, gone back into Bonaparte, and last couple of plays down, Jimmy, they've gone inside to Bonaparte. I like that matchup, obviously.
yeah, they're running a clever little roll there where Cummins comes off Collini as he steps out, but it leaves the key or the bottom block say wide open for Bonaparte, and Tralee are very quick to help over on that and leaving the weak side open there.
And Bonaparte will go to his third trip in the last 3 minutes to the line.
Makes no mistake with the first free throw.
So we're tied with 56 seconds to go in this first half. Trey Pemberton, the ball in hand for Garvey's Tralee Warriors. Again, Bogdanovic and Colleen. And Coach Burnson just tells Bogdanovic to lay off a little bit, doesn't want him picking up a stupid foul, setting screens at the top of the key. Leonard finds a way in between Bonaparte and Colleen, but can't finish.
Yeah, nice move by Leonard there. He created space where there was none, but unfortunately couldn't get the finger roll up and over the ring. And Templeogue won't be in a hurry here to get a shot off.
Again, Cummins waits for Bonaparte to get into the post, and a Bonaparte, beautiful bank shot. And that's something that Tralee are going to have to look to find an answer to during the halftime break.
Yeah, absolutely. They have very athletic bigs there, but Michael, being an underside post player, he's able to use his body to get the shots he wants, be it fadeaways or bank shots. But we're tied, or Templeogue take the lead 36-34, just going into the half here.
We'll be back shortly for the second half. Don't go anywhere. So welcome back. We're about to get underway in the second half of this Champions Trophy final. Templeogue, who trailed for the majority of the half, took the lead towards the end, and they lead Garvey's Tralee Warriors by 2, 36-34. Inside to Clean. Foul call on Bogdanovic. And Jimmy, really tight first half. What was the difference between the two teams? What we see on the stats?
Yeah, very tight first half, Matt. Shooting-wise, both teams shooting good percentages. 39% for Templeogue and 37% for Tralee. But Tralee have an extra 8 rebounds totaled for themselves. So, like, as I said, there's not much in the game. Templeogue with a slim 2-point lead here.
Pemberton grabs the rebound on the first shot of the half. Donaghy grabbed himself 9 rebounds in the first half. Bogdanovic, nice spin move, rebounded by Colleen, who bagged himself 12 points. But it was the end of the half. We saw that matchup with Bonaparte as Bonaparte goes back to the basket, where he scored the last, I think, maybe 8 or 10 points for Templeogue.
Yeah, Bonaparte was a massive factor. He got a little bit of a break early in the second and came back on, very, very rejuvenated there, and did a lot of damage against Tralee as Bogdanovic gets the bump the second time round and shot over Colleen.
Same move, got a sight out with the first left-hand hook shot. Second time round, makes no mistake. And we're tied at 36 with 8:55 to go. Apologies, we can't show the time live, but I'll try and keep you updated on the time of the game as much as possible.
And I think, Matt, just looking at the last matchup down the floor, Templeogue will probably look to isolate Mike Bonaparte on Pantovic there as Leonard cuts to the basket for a beautiful 2.
Nice move from Ryan Leonard. And the Warriors retake the lead. Murphy guarded by Donaghy. Murphy puts the ball on the floor, and two of the most athletic players on the floor go head to head. And Leonard streaks down the court. Can't finish, but he'll get bumped and go to the line. Nice pass on the break from the Warriors.
Yeah, Leonard's starting to come into the game here early in the third quarter rather. And as I said before, he's a young athletic player and he's very long as well, so he'll be having 2 free throws here.
Can't make the first, but he'll have another chance here to extend the lead. Tralee Warriors lead by 2, 38-36, 8 minutes, 7 seconds to go this third quarter. And Leonard knocks down the second. Stephen James guarded by Pemberton. It's a good job of finding a bit of space, but a good hand from Leonard to Bonaparte, and a foul is going to go against one of the Warriors, going against Pemberton. Be an end-line ball though.
Yeah, a lot of hands in there on defense from Tralee. Probably the foul was the luckiest outcome there, as the pass would have been picked off on its way to Jason. So Cummins with the inbounds to Colleen.
It's the first foul for Pemberton, so not an issue. And Cummins off the end line play, and Paul Cummins, it's gone for 3. Big shot for Cummins.
Yeah, he's a great catch and shoot corner player there. So, and Jason's a big body to try and get around on defense.
We're tied at 39, 7:38 to go. Third quarter. Donaghy finds himself a little bit of space, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. And that is going to be called on Lorcan Murphy. And that's Murphy's second foul.
Donaghy is short on the first free throw. Both teams on 2 team fouls each here in the third quarter, 7:31 remaining.
With a bit of blood for Dusan Bogdanovic on his knee, so he's going to have to get that cleaned up.
Just tells everyone he's fine, he's not going to bleed out here in the court, Matt.
All right, Smiley gets a big cheer from the Tralee faithful. I don't think we'll give him hero status just yet.
Just yet, no. In the run and repairs, he's ready to go back and shoot the free throws here, or Donaghy rather.
Not really in any danger of his leg dropping off, but bit of tape and we're ready to go again. 7:30 to go, third quarter, 39 all. Donaghy trying to break the tie from the foul line. And he's unable to do it, but rebound Pantovic, who managed to get back out Donaghy. Pemberton, tightly guarded by James and Bonaparte, but does well to find a bit of space. Leonard for three, in and out. And rebound Bonaparte, and he'll look to push the pace. Finds Murphy, nowhere to go baseline, but finds Clean at three-point line. Good rebound from Bonaparte, but bounced out of his hands, and players crash in a halfway line. This could go any way.
It looks like it's going against.
It's gone against Stephen James.
Yeah, that's a bit of a harsh one there, Matt. Maybe perhaps both teams, or both the players, I don't think had control of the ball on that one.
Was it one of those you had to call a foul? It's whoever you deemed was closest to the ball. You probably get the benefit of the doubt. And Trey Pemberton was obviously quickest to the ball, so foul on James. Still tied, 7 minutes to go, 39 all. Donaghy goes against Murphy, finds Bogdanovic from the corner, and Bogdanovic, a sweet shooting stroke, and the Warriors will lead by 2. James finds Paul Cummins, bit of space, doesn't get his shot off though, and nice pass from a good seal from Colleen, and Clean with an easy 2 inside, and we're back tied.
Yeah, clever little slip by Colleen there. Got his player on his hip, and just good feed inside also from Mike.
Bogdanovic is looking for Donaghy, but has to settle, pass it back outside, and Leonard goes at Cummins. And a lot of contact there as Leonard is left in a heap and in pain, and he's still down. Has hurt his wrist. Let's hope he's going to be okay. I think it'd be fair to say that Clean might have got away with just sliding a little hip check, a bit of experience from him there.
And of course, Leonard giving up quite a bit in weight as well to Jason, perhaps, but it was just a case of a brave drive down the middle and defenders going to contest the shot, I think, more so than that, man.
And Kieran Donaghy below us saying just that maybe Clean pushed his hip across. But every player does it. You're always going to try and get across. It just looked worse than it was because Leonard was up in the air as he took the contact and lost his balance, but we're tied at 41. But no harm as Leonard is back on his feet and ready to resume, so all happy. Tied at 41, 6:10 to go in this third quarter. And Big Rick and Jason just discussing what actually happened.
And Big Rick saying, don't have me come on there now, Jason.
I'm sure Rick has done that on more than one occasion. Been playing Masters with him lately. He's lost none of his enthusiasm to bang around with the big boys. Oh, nice pass from Murphy, but a great effort from Leonard. Puts off Bonaparte, and Bonaparte streaks back to go and get to Donaghy, but good pass Donaghy. Bogdanovic misses the open layup and shows his disappointment, but Donaghy gives a bit of encouragement. It'll remain Tralee ball as we're tied at 41.
Yeah, excellent play down the floor by Donaghy there. Looked very smooth in transition there and gave a great feed underneath, but the ball will still be Tralee's.
Leonard as a Tralee crowd. Pemberton open for three, and Pemberton with a huge three for the Warriors to put them back up. And Cummins waits for the screen from Colleen. Finds a bit of space, goes down the lane and bobbles in and out. They'll have to earn them from the foul line. Paul Cummins will go to the line for two. A few running repairs for Bonaparte below us, and Kieran Donaghy just pulls his guards in for a bit of a chat.
5:24, and the slimmest of margin between them as Cummins will level the game with this free throw here.
Looks like Michael Bonaparte might have to come off here. They're going to let him get one of the players he's beaten somewhere on the hand, I think. So an unofficial timeout for Mark Keenan, gets a chat to his players. So the players go on, and the Warriors fans decide it's time to sing again. So here we go, we're back ready to go, 5:34, 1 point lead for Garvey Tralee Warriors over Templeogue. James guarding Pemberton. Leonard waits for the screen from Pantovic. He'll find Pemberton on the 3-point line. Pemberton one dribble, jumper, went to the floor but no foul called, and tipped in from Donaghy. Three-point lead. Bonaparte puts the ball on the floor, pull-up jumper. Doesn't go, plucked out the air by Pantovic. And Ryan Leonard slows things down into the hands of Pemberton. Donaghy wanting it. He gets it inside to Bogdanovic, guarded by Colleen. Back outside, Donaghy puts the ball on the floor. And a charge called as Bonaparte got there first.
Yeah, and that's the second charge that Mike has managed to pick off Tralee there. Brave stand there with Donaghy coming charging down the lane at him.
The referee, Dave Kabaye, says no, he was outside no charge circle, is what they're talking about. And good defense from Michael Bonaparte. Will give Templeogue a chance to get back on terms with a three. Colleen. Cummins, nowhere to go, kicks it out as the shot clock goes to 10. Step back three, tough shot from Bonaparte, nearly goes. Grabbed out of the air by Pemberton.
Yeah, and Tralee are so long on defense, Matt. You can just see it there when Templeogue close in the wings there. There's literally no space in the passing lanes whatsoever.
Donaghy finds Leonard. Leonard, nice fake, puts it on the floor, can't finish, and Bonaparte's going to get there first. He's Cummins with him. Can't finish, and good defense from a mixture of Pemberton and Leonard. And Leonard's holding his head as he took a bang on the head before knocking out of bounds, but just shrugs it off. Shows a bit of his dad's grit and determination there. Just gets on with the game. And Colleen goes in, sets that screen again. End-line play for Cummins, this time guarded well from Leonard, and Donaghy comes up with a steal. 3:50 to go in this third quarter. 3-point lead for Garvey's Tralee Warriors over the league champions, Templeogue. Bogdanovic, long two, shakes his head. I don't think he meant to bank that one, but he'll happily take it.
I think Jason Colleen shaking his head at that. He couldn't believe it winning either, but they all count whether they come off the glass or not. And 3:28 here, 48-43, Matt. Tralee kind of in a bit of ascendancy.
Great move from Murphy, nice curl off a pin down screen. Finishes the two and he's fouled, so he'll have a chance to go to the line and get the extra point.
We have Puff Summers checking back in here for Mike Bonaparte, and Harrington also back on the floor. Warrington rather.
Just checking the score there. We've got it at 45-48, but the scoreboard in the gym has just changed now. Actually, it was saying at 44, now it's 45-48 with Murphy, and a chance to add to that, which he does. So 2-point game.
Yeah, and Matt, not since the second quarter when Tralee took that 6-point lead has there been any more than 6 points of a lead here. Both teams, both coaches are very conscious of not letting that get any bigger as a divide.
Warrington guarding Donaghy. Pantovic guarded by James, steps out of bounds. Good defense from Stephen James.
Yeah, that's great defense by the much smaller James and the 6'10" Pantovic there.
So Puff Summers sets things up for Templeogue, trailing by 2. 3 minutes to go in his third quarter. Warrington inside to Colleen. Colleen looks to see what's around him. He's a bit of space. Pemberton doesn't give him much time to dwell on the ball as James, the shot clock's down to 7. Inside, fadeaway jump shot from Colleen doesn't go, and rebound Pemberton. And Pemberton will look to push things for the Warriors. And he finds Leonard. And James is called for the foul. And that will be the 4th team foul for Templeogue, so it won't be 2 shots this time round.
I think it's Stephen James' second foul, or third foul rather.
So that's a big call there, his 3rd foul. He won't want to get any more. Be interesting to see if he stays in the game. He is at the moment. Donaghy, nice pass to Leonard and great finish.
Yeah, Donaghy's such an unselfish, clever player on the floor. He makes other players around him a lot better.
Kieran Donaghy having quite the all-round game. He's in double figures in rebounds, very nearly double figures in points, and he's just racked up his 7th assist of the game. Murphy, great athleticism, and great touch around the basket. Something he's really added to his game is not just the athleticism, the finishing around the basket as well.
Yeah, absolutely. For years, everyone knew Larkin could jump out the gym, but he's added so much more. As Leonard goes a lovely back door, but doesn't get her to go. Second chance picked up by Bogdanovic, and he'll shoot 2. And Matt, Templeogue still struggling to keep Tralee off the offensive glass a little bit.
Yeah, such a big team anyway with the 2 big guys, but the athleticism of Pemberton, Donaghy and Leonard, as that's 3 on Larkin Murphy as well, make them so difficult to keep off the glass. Bogdanovic quite a bit off there. 1:50 to go in his 3rd quarter. It's a 2-point lead as Randolph and O'Sullivan looking to check in for their teams. And at this time a good box out from Warrington and James, and it's into the hand of Summers. It's Templeogue trailing by 2 here. Murphy off the screen from Colleen. Murphy for 3. And grabbed out of the sky from Leonard, and he'll look to push things. He's Bogdanovic looking to post up inside, but they a bit more patient. This time it does go in, but good hands from Colleen. Tips it away. And as the shot clock ticks to 10. Leonard back to Donaghy. Donaghy fakes the 3. And a foul called. It's going to go against Colleen or Warrington.
Yeah, neat little head fake there from Donaghy. Gave him the opportunity of going down the lane there, and Jason had his back to him and had no option to turn around but make the contact.
And that's 3 on Colleen. So as Stephen James comes out for Randolph, 3 fouls on James, Murphy and Colleen.
Yeah, that's it. In a whole quarter of basketball left, Matt. Like that's a huge, could be a huge problem. It depends if Tralee are smart enough to go at them players now and try and get isolations with Bogdanovic on Colleen perhaps, and with Pemberton on Murphy there, see if they can pick off a couple of fouls and get them in real trouble going into the 4th.
So Down O'Sullivan and Neil Randolph have checked in. Donaghy can't make that one from the foul line. 2-point lead, 1:15 to go in this 3rd quarter. Donaghy knocks in a second. And Puff Summers looks to set things up for Templeogue. High screen from Colleen and then looks to go in. Murphy, ball on the floor. Somehow finds a bit of space as the Warrior supporters call for the travel. But as the clock ticks below 1 minute, it's Down O'Sullivan, and Pemberton just coughs up the ball, and Summers gets a steal and finds Murphy on the break. But just throws it astray, but O'Sullivan can't track that one down, and it will remain Templeogue ball as Murphy is down.
Yeah, and a very uncharacteristic turnover from Pemberton there. Just didn't get a read on the ball, and Summers took it away. But as you said, remains Templeogue ball here, and with 46 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
So just making sure the floor is dry. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Colleen. Summers, Murphy, guarded by O'Sullivan. Puff Summers, shot clock 10. Finds a bit of space and he's fouled. think, by Pemberton, and it will be 2 shots. It is gone against Trey Pemberton.
Yeah, good option by Puff there. Didn't settle for a tough shot outside. Decided to use his pace and quickness and take his man all the way to the glass and shoot 2.
And Kieran Donaghy will get a well-deserved break, and into the game comes Dow O'Hanlon, and coach Mark Keenan will follow suit and take the opportunity to rest someone, but he won't get just yet. Ronan McLaughlin is told no. The ball was already in the hands of the shooter, so there'll be no sub until after the second free throw if he makes it.
Puff Summers is automatic from the line, as he showed yesterday as well. And we have Lorcan Murphy checking out on those 3 fouls, and Ronan McLaughlin is in, Matt, as you said.
So 34 seconds to go. This quarter, just a 1-point lead, so coach Mark Keenan just making sure that 2 of his players on 3 fouls didn't pick up another one, as Pemberton goes inside to O'Sullivan. Pemberton, tough 3, but looks good. It actually just came short, looked good from the angle we were at. And we're down to 20 seconds, 1 final shot for Templeogue. McLaughlin, Randolph, clock at 10, into the hand of Summers, guarded by Leonard. Summers finds Colleen on the 3-point line, steps on the line, it'll be 2, doesn't go, and Pemberton couldn't quite grasp it in, and the clock's going to expire here, and it does. So at the end of 3 quarters in this Champions Trophies final, there's almost nothing between us as Garvey Tralee Warriors lead Templeogue 51-50. So welcome back. 10 minutes to go, Jimmy. Nothing between them. Who's your money on?
That's kind of like asking me which child do I prefer more, Matt. Not that I have kids, but I'd have to say if Templeogue can keep Jason in the game, they have a chance. But if Tralee managed to get him in foul trouble, I'd have to go with Tralee, I'd say.
Yeah, both coaches choosing to leave their benches in the game, trying to get a little bit more time for rest and pick up fouls. And foul eventually called as Pemberton stumbled around to his feet.
Yeah, either way, I'd say if the game was this tight going into the last 3 or 4 minutes, it could be in store for a very exciting finish.
O'Sullivan back in the hands of Pemberton, shot clock at 9. Pemberton clear lane to the basket, and Trey Pemberton opens the scoring in this final quarter.
Yeah, and Pemberton showing there why he's such a difficult matchup in a 1-on-1 situation. There is so long and so quick, especially going left there.
Under the screen, into the post to Colleen. Colleen with a little fake. O'Sullivan, but Colleen clears a bit of space and right-handed hook over his left shoulder and makes it 2. That's a 1-point game again.
Of course, James had been guarding Pemberton for most of the first 3 quarters here, and that obviously on that foul trouble he's sitting out, but Puff will have his work cut out as Leonard is off on the tree.
Leonard giving a bit of space but can't make it. So we're back to a 1-point game. 9 minutes to go. We're still no closer to knowing who's going to pick up the Champions Trophy. Templeogue trying to add it to their Super League title. Tralee Warriors trying to take it back to the kingdom. As Summers, dribble jump shot, knocks that down for 2.
And that's the sort of stuff you see Puff Summers working on all the time, and just shows how effective it is in games here, Matt.
And the first time Templeogue have led since half time. And Kieran Donaghy will check back in shortly as Pemberton tries to find a bit of space. Leonard to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan to Virgil O'Sullivan. That one pops out, but good rebound by Pantovic. 3 from Pemberton doesn't go. Rebound McLaughlin. And into the hand of Summers.
Both teams having rested, of course, big players. Like we have James coming back on here for Templeogue perhaps, and Donaghy ready to check in.
McLaughlin shot clock is down to 7. Summers will have to get it up. He does launch a 3. Doesn't go. Rebound Pantovic, and Leonard has the ball for the Warriors, trailing by 1. 7:50 to go. Final quarter. Leonard uses the screen from Pantovic, gets into the lane. Nice pass for O'Sullivan, but can't control the handling. Randolph can't quite grasp it and go out of bounds as Kieran Donaghy will check in for down O'Sullivan, and Stephen James will come in for Ronan McLaughlin. It's a 1-point lead here for Templeogue. 7:41 to go in the final quarter. Pantovic gets Colleen off his feet. Open shot. Virgil O'Sullivan. Huge 3 from O'Sullivan.
Yeah, that's a massive shot for O'Sullivan there. He was well off on the previous attempt a couple of seconds ago and made no mistake that time.
He's had a good game off the bench for the Warriors. That's his 8th point of the game as Colleen finds a bit of space, and Colleen finishes for Templeogue. We're tied at 56 apiece. Pemberton guarded by Summers. Pemberton step back 2. Tough shot bobbles out, and a good matchup between Puff Summers and...
Yeah, absolutely. Two very quick guys, Matt.
Warrington to Randolph. Randolph guarded by Leonard, but Leonard right in his face, blocks that and grabs the ball, and 3 of the Templeogue starting 5 will be coming back in shortly as Cummins, Bonaparte and Murphy get ready to check back in. Warrington matched up with Donaghy. Donaghy finds O'Sullivan, and O'Sullivan travels.
He lifted that drag foot there, Matt. He was thinking about the drive and pulled it back, and as you said, we have Templeogue back to their starting 5 contingent.
So a good job by Coach Mark Keenan, keeping his 3 players on 3 fouls out of trouble, and now he's 6 minutes 30 to go, and really hoping that they can get through to the end of the game as Bogdanovic checks back in for O'Sullivan.
Yeah, Sullivan has given some big points and big minutes on the floor here for Tralee.
So both coaches have their starting 5 on the floor with 6:20 to go, tied game. Colleen going against Bogdanovic. This time he goes with his left hand, can't finish. Rebound Donaghy. That's rebound number 13 for Kieran Donaghy. Inside, Pantovic, great hands from Bonaparte, strips it off, and he gets it to Cummins on the break, who will go right at Leonard, and Cummins gets the roll and fouled. And a beautiful finish on the break from Paul Cummins.
Yeah, and an instant impact into the game from Mike Bonaparte and Cummins there as Mark Keenan calls a timeout. We're 56-58 in favour of Templeogue with 6:02 left in the 4th.
So welcome back. 6 minutes to go. 2-point lead for Templeogue. Jimmy, what will the coaches be talking about with 6 minutes to go? Both have their main fives back on.
I think he'd be basically saying, look, ride it out here. Both teams capable of going on a run here. And if it should happen, he probably wouldn't want to waste another timeout calling the team off to get some composure. So I think pretty much keep with it for Mark Bunsen to be looking to get more inside from the big guys, perhaps, as the last couple of offenses there have been tough outside shots for Tralee.
Cummins nearly gets a steal, just tips out of bounds. So 5:55 to go in his final quarter with 2-point lead. Donaghy guarded closely by Murphy and gets it back from Leonard. Pulls the screen from Pantovic, gets a bit of space inside of Pantovic, give and go, but nowhere to go. And Pemberton, deep three from Pemberton, doesn't go. A lot of contact inside, bodies everywhere, but play on. And Bonaparte looks to create a bit of space inside to Colleen, who's had a good second half here. Finds Bonaparte, who somehow managed to find a bit of space, and a foul call, and that's going to be 4 fouls on somebody, either Murphy or Colleen. And it's Colleen.
And Jason, that's a big 4th foul there. Although I have seen Jason in the past, he's well able to play with 4 fouls there. He's a clever player.
It's a long way to go here, 5:19. It's not often, I suppose, in this league that you see Jason playing against people of his own size, so he can get away with it, where it's going to be difficult with the size of Bogdanovic if Bogdanovic throws himself about. But
exactly, and with 2 of them, Matt, Bogdanovic and Pantovic both kicking the ass at a 6'10", 6'11", like, so it's important that
Kieran Donaghy gets to the basket and ties the game with 5 minutes to go as Paul Cummins goes for 3, doesn't get it, rebound Bogdanovic and into the hands of Pemberton. Leonard does go, Bogdanovic takes a jumper, probably sure Mark Burnson would want to see him go more inside with the 4 fouls.
No, I think so, definitely, to go at him, try and get foul trouble. It's interesting to see how tight a defense the Templeogue are playing on Pemberton. Like Stephen James basically face guarding him once he's anywhere inside the half quarter there.
So Pemberton tied game, 4:24 to go. Bogdanovic, Leonard uses the screen, finds a bit of space, able to go at Colleen, but can't finish as Bonaparte comes across to help. And Cummins will have a chance to break this tie. And things hotting up here as we're at the business end of this one. Good hands from Pemberton, but James ends up with the ball and gets it to Murphy. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Murphy for 2 from the short corner.
That's a big shot from Murphy there. I guess Donaghy stepped off for a second, thinking perhaps he's going to try and go baseline as he has been all game, but big shot by Murphy there.
So the 2-point lead, 3:45 to go, this final quarter. Pemberton finds Bogdanovic inside to Pantovic. But good defense from Bonaparte, but great hustle from Pantovic, gets it back, and Pemberton is fouled from Michael Bonaparte, and he'll have 2 shots on the line.
And the pace, he said, has really picked up here, Matt. You can feel it. Both teams sensing you put a push on here. Timeout called by Mark Bernstein. It's 60-58 with 3:32 left in the 4th.
So welcome back. 3:32 to go, fourth quarter. It's a 2-point game. Super League champions Templeogue are leading Garvey's Tralee Warriors. But Trey Pemberton will have a chance to tie it from the foul line. And he's 1 point closer to tying it.
Yeah, one of the most reliable shooters in the league this year.
And Trey Pemberton does exactly that. We're tied at 60, 3:30 to go. Stephen James guarded by Pemberton. Leonard tries to put a bit of pressure on Cummins. Colleen is deep inside, but Bonaparte's pass was astray and picked off by Pemberton. And as you said earlier, Jimmy, there's been no more than 6 points in the game from start to finish.
That's all, yeah. Needs a team to lead bigger than that as Pemberton pulls the trigger on 3 and a massive rebound by Mike Bonaparte.
Bonaparte looking for the space, finds Cummins. Cummins slows things down to Colleen. 2:50 to go. Cummins finds a bit of space. Deep 3.
Yeah, I think to be honest, Matt, like Templeogue, as they did yesterday when it was tight against UCD, went inside, and with Jason on the floor, I think they need to get the ball in. At least even if it comes off for release, it'll free them up a bit. But at the minute, Tralee, great perimeter defense.
So 2:40 to go. The Warriors fans trying to encourage their team, lift them to the victory. It's 60 points apiece. Donaghy to Pemberton. Pemberton, good defense from James. Trey Pemberton, big 3, doesn't go. Rebound Pantovic. Back out to Leonard. They'll have another 14 seconds on the shot clock, now down to 10. Ryan Leonard finds a bit of space. Bonaparte skies up and goes straight and gets the block. And Bogdanovic fouls Colleen, but it's only the second team foul for Tralee, so we'll play on from the end line. 2:12 to go.
That's Bogdanovic's third foul there as well, but with 2 minutes left, he wouldn't be too worried.
So a run from either team now would be vital, you'd say, at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And given the fact that the game hasn't been a massively high-scoring game here, I wouldn't expect a big run, but at the same time, whichever team can tag on a basket or two, as Jason is short and that one could make a difference here.
Good hustle from Murphy. Gets the ball back for Templeogue, and Bonaparte goes up again. Massive jump from Murphy, and he's fouled and will go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, and that rebound he picked up there had nothing to do with the fact that he was just more athletic getting off the floor than Kieran Donaghy was.
And that's 4 fouls on Ryan Leonard. And Lorcan Murphy will go to the line for 2 shots. Murphy well off with the first.
Yeah, uncharacteristic free throw miss for Murphy there. He's been 100% for the game so far, I think.
And the Warriors fans, and a mistake from Leonard there, who came in from outside the 3-point line. So call for a violation. Of course, if you come from outside of the 3-point line, you can't leave until it hits the ring. You can't come in when it releases the hand. So Murphy will the second chance. And that could prove costly as he knocks down that one.
As you said at the start, Matt, all the games this weekend in the Super League here have been very close, and this is no different.
Bogdanovic, top of the key, finds Pemberton, and Pemberton managed to shake James. Pemberton for 2, and Pemberton dagger 2-pointer, and puts Tralee back up 1:30 to go. The crowd get loud. Nice move from Bonaparte.
An amazing drive down the middle from Mike there.
And Templeogue back in the lead, 1 point up. 1:12 to go. Leonard uses the screen from, nice move from Ryan Leonard, and lovely finish inside. And we're going back and forth here, Jimmy.
Yeah, and there's nothing Jason Colleen could do that time. Obviously on his four fouls there, he had to let Leonard go past him, but
Bonaparte goes for 3, and Bonaparte puts his team up 2 with 55 seconds to go. 50 seconds now. Trey Pemberton. The screen. Good defense from James, but yeah, just overdoes it a little bit there, and he's called for the foul, but it'll only be the 4th team foul.
Yeah, it's not a bad foul. They had a foul to give there, and the clock goes around it down to 12 seconds. It'll reset to 14 here, but Templeogue won't be too unhappy about picking up that foul. Gives them a chance to set up a defense here.
With 45 seconds to go. Offensive foul on Pemberton. I'm not happy with that call. Suppose as a guard myself, every point guard in the world does that 100 times a day.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It was a big call there, but the ref deemed he used it to clear too much space. I don't know. I've never met your forearm trying to get free, Matt, so I can't comment on that.
Yeah, I suppose it technically is a foul, but everyone does it and always has done, and it's let go. But I suppose a pivotal call here as Templeogue leading by 2. Tralee need a stop, and Bonaparte travelled. I think he just lost his foot in there.
Yeah,
and Tralee, big offense here, Jimmy, for Tralee.
Yeah, absolutely. Massive offense here. They're going to have a timeout. To think about it, though, is 66-64 in favour of Templeogue with 34.5 seconds left.
So welcome back. 34 seconds to go in this Champions Trophy final. It will be the Warriors ball. They trail by 2. And Jimmy, what will they be looking to do on this play?
Yeah, given the fact they haven't hit many outside shots here in the 4th quarter, and it's only really been Pemberton. O'Sullivan was the last guy to hit outside shots for Tralee. I think they look to get the ball maybe in isolation, look to go at the basket, look to make the basket, perhaps get a foul on it, but they won't be rushing an outside shot anyway.
Pemberton, the ball, 34 seconds. Donaghy against Murphy. Donaghy's going to win it or lose it for Tralee, but big call as Bogdanovic grabs the rebound, but Stephen James called for the foul from behind, and I think that's 5.
Yeah, he just came in with a hack there from behind there, so that's his 5th foul, Matt. You're right, he'll be finished for the day here with 26 seconds left.
So, Dusan Bogdanovic for Garvey's Tralee Warriors will have to go to the line to try and tie this one up.
Yeah, and he's struggled from the line before here, so these are extra pressure, big time free throws here for the big man.
And Neil Randolph is going to check in the game for the excellent Stephen James. There's 26 seconds on the clock. It's a 2-point lead for Templeogue. The Warriors just discuss tactics. Score or miss, foul or play on. Bogdanovic misses the first.
Yeah,
So they're going to have to foul, surely, Jimmy?
I think so, because even if Bogdanovic makes this free throw, I can't see Tralee pressing with Mike Bonaparte on the floor. If the ball went in his hands, he probably beat him down the floor, so it'll be make or miss on this one.
Missed. Rebound Colleen, and they quickly foul Colleen. And he'll walk the length of the floor with 24.5 seconds to go.
And we're just a shave off the clock there. We could be in for quite a long 24 seconds, man.
So 2 big free throws for Jason Colleen. to make it a 2-possession game. If he can knock down both of these, I'm sure the Tralee fans will give him plenty of support here. And Jason misses well off, uncharacteristic, an excellent foul shooter, Jason. So Tralee will have a chance to tie it, regardless of what happens with this second one. And he misses both. And it's into the hands of Ryan Leonard, 20 seconds to go. It's a 1-possession game, 2-point lead for Templeogue. Leonard guarded by Murphy. Bogdanovic inside to Donaghy. Donaghy, nice move from Donaghy, and we're tied. And a timeout from Coach Mark Keenan, 10.3 seconds on the clock. 66 points apiece, and it could go either way. So welcome back, 10.3 seconds on the clock. We're tied in the Champions Trophy final. Jimmy Ward, what will Templeogue be looking to do here, and who's going to get the ball?
Templeogue, perhaps with Cummins on the floor and also with Mike Bonaparte. An outside shot is an option, but I'd say if they can get the ball isolated into Jason, perhaps. I know he missed the last 2 free throws, but I reckon he wouldn't miss them again, whereas Tralee have to be very careful here and not pick off a foul. Excellent ball denial is essential.
No fouls to give. And just a bit of confusion here. Mark Burnson just says if they score, he'll take a timeout. 10.3 seconds to go. No fouls to give for either team, so both teams will have to be careful here. Donaghy just warning that Murphy's looking to push off him. He curls. It's in the hands of Bonaparte. Bonaparte versus Pandovic. And Bonaparte will hold for the final shot. 4 seconds. Murphy open for 3. Leonard hand up. In and out. And time has expired, and after a long weekend of basketball, normal minds stay in the extra 5 minutes. We're going to go to overtime. We'll be right back with you for that. So here we go, overtime in the Champions Trophy final. Big smiles on the faces of Colleen and Donaghy as they head back out. They'll be enjoying this, but foul trouble could be huge in this final 5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Stephen James out of the game with 5 fouls, and he was an excellent on-the-ball defender for Templeogue here, and Jason has one more foul before he's out as he has the ball down low.
Bogdanovic guards Colleen. Tough shot from Colleen, but Murphy is called for a travel. Mark Burnson below us just checking his timeout situation as Leonard waits for the screen from Bogdanovic, finds a bit of space. Leonard had a big basket towards the end of the game, throws that one up, doesn't get it. Pantovic does grab it into the hands of Murphy, bobble around, and Murphy has the ball, and he's a bit of space. Good stand from Donaghy. Referees decide to play on. Donaghy holds his arm, but I'm sure he's had plenty worse in football and we'll get on with it.
Sure he has, yeah.
Pemberton against Cummins. Pemberton, bit of space, 3 from Trey Pemberton. Doesn't go, and great rebound from Pantovic, just tips it out. And Donaghy, who you could tell just wanted the ball in that last few seconds of regulation. He was either going to win it or lose it for his Warriors. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Actually, we're going to reset, I think. There we are, we're resetting to 14.
Yeah, Donny's the sort of guy, he'd take on that shot. He's not afraid to shy away from the big shots, Matt, and that's what you need from one of your big players on the team like that.
End-line play. Fadeaway jump shot from Bogdanovic. Tough shot, probably not the shot they were quite looking for there. Rushed that a little bit.
Probably not, but they do have the advantage on the boards there. Just looking at the end of the regulation there, they were ahead by 17 boards as opposed to Templeogue. They're in the 40 plus, whereas Templeogue were on 26, but
Cummins off the screen, doesn't go. Nervy times for both teams here.
Absolutely, and the pace has slowed a small bit, but I guarantee you when it goes down to the 2-minute mark, we'll be right back up at the same tempo we had the game finished at. As Donaghy goes.
Good block from Colleen. Had to be careful, and Donaghy, and I suppose it's very difficult with overtime to get back into the long game mentality. You've been playing the last minute of that game with every possession counts, and now you're playing a slightly longer game.
Absolutely, and it's a battle of mental strength as well, as you know, Matt, whereas Bonaparte there drops in the tree, but it's a case of which team can hold out the longest in a situation like this.
Big 3 from Michael Bonaparte, 3 minutes to go in overtime. 3-point lead for Templeogue. Donaghy for Warriors, he'll take a 3 of his own. Bounced out, and Pantovic can't grab that rebound. And a 3-point lead with the ball is all of a sudden become huge.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. As the clock ticks under 2.5 minutes left here.
Michael Bonaparte has been huge this last 4 or 5 minutes of regulation time for Templeogue. He's made a couple of 3s. Randolph to Cummins. Cummins guarded by Pemberton. 11 on the shot clock, 10 on the shot clock, into Colleen, guarded by Bogdanovic, uses that shoulder. Fake from Bonaparte, takes the bank, it doesn't go, and rebound Pemberton.
Yeah, good pass by Jason out of the double or triple team rather, as Pemberton pulls the trigger from way outside, but Randolph gathers the rebound and picks a foul off from Donaghy, and he'll shoot 2.
Kieran Donaghy, that'll be his 4th, so another one now in foul trouble. And Neil Randolph will have 2 pressure free throws, 2 minutes 18 to go in overtime here in the Champions Trophy final. Randolph makes it a 2-possession game, and that's huge for Templeogue.
Yeah, Randolph tucks that like a man who handles pressure quite well, or doesn't even handle it at all, as he knocks in the second one from here too.
So 2:18 to go. It's Templeogue's biggest lead of the game. And Pantovic to Leonard, guarded by Murphy. Leonard puts his head down, and one of those is going to be fouled out of the game. I think Murphy and Colleen on 2 fouls. So whoever it's gone against, it's gone against Murphy. In fact, that's only his 4, so excuse me, he was only on 3. But Leonard will go to the line for 2 big free throws. And he coolly knocks down the first. 2:07 is on the clock in overtime. And Bogdanovic broke the line early, so it'll be Templeogue ball, 4-point lead, 2:07 to go.
Yeah, and Tralee really need to force a tough offense from Templeogue here and get an early score to keep it, say, a 1-2 possession game. As Templeogue score here, they'll be a little bit further out of sight.
Colleen Screen for Randolph, shot clock down to 10. Randolph down the lane, picked off by Pemberton. Cummins is the last man back, nice move from Pemberton and gets the roll. Fantastic ball handling from Trey Pemberton.
That's exactly what Tralee needed there. They're back to a 2-point game with 1:40 left.
Bonaparte drives, Bogdanovic. Oh, great finish, left hand from Bonaparte over the two big guys for Tralee. And with 1:30 to go, it's back to a 4-point lead. Pemberton wastes no time in trying to cut it here. Long two. Doesn't go, rebound Bonaparte. And he calmly slows things down.
Yeah, Mike has been so impressive in the last quarter and even the overtime here. He is literally everything the Templeogue needs, he's providing.
Cummins fakes the three. Back to Bonaparte. Colleen, fadeaway jumper. Bounces around, doesn't go, and clock just goes under 1 minute. Tralee need a basket here. They trail by 4. It's into Bogdanovic, guarded by Colleen. Nice spin move, a tough move, but Pantovic grabs it, and Donaghy, oh, it falls into Pantovic! And he's fouled and will go to the line for 2.
That is Jason out of the game, unfortunately. This is huge for Templeogue with 43.6 seconds left, and 3 points between the teams as Bogdanovic will go to the line. Or Pantovic, rather.
And Templeogue have the lead, but they're running short on players, as now both Colleen and James have checked out. They'll have to watch the rest of this one from the sideline. And a big call here from Burns, and I presume he's going to come in for one of the big guys. He does. Try and give a bit more guarding to match up.
Yeah, I still feel whoever has the job of picking up Mike Bonaparte at the minute will be at a disadvantage, as he's really playing great basketball at the minute, but this will be massive free throws again here from the big man.
He misses the first. But he gets the second, so it's a one-possession game. There's 40 seconds on the clock now, as Bonaparte, as he's had for the last 5-6 minutes, has the game in his hands. Paul Cummins to Warrington. Leonard puts a bit of pressure on Warrington, who's been sitting down for a while. Bonaparte is the man you'd have to imagine to take this clock, as it's 6 seconds. Fadeaway jumper, Bonaparte doesn't go. Rebound by Pantovic. There's 20 seconds to go on the clock. They're down 3. Pemberton versus Cummins. Pemberton finds a bit of space. 3 from Trey Pemberton. Doesn't go. Rebound Donaghy. He finds Pemberton again, who's open. Pemberton to tie it. Huge 3 from Trey Pemberton. And we're tied as Donaghy's on the floor, and there's been a foul called. Oh, huge call. I didn't see what happened, but Donaghy's laid out on the floor, so the basket will count. There's 7.8 seconds to go. Lorcan Murphy's fouled out of the game, and it's going to be 2 shots for Kieran Donaghy.
Yeah, it looked like Lorcan Murphy when the shot went up there. Used his elbow to clear a bit of space out on Donaghy, but the ref, David Kabaya, called it, seen it. And this will be a massive way to pinch a game, Matt, if Donaghy can put these free throws away.
What a turnaround, trailing by 3 points with 20 seconds to go. Pemberton misses a 3. Donaghy rebounds, get another chance for a 3. He knocks it down to tie it, and Donaghy is fouled, and now Kieran Donaghy will go to the line with a chance to put his Garvey's Tralee Warriors into the lead with 7.8 seconds to go in this Champions Trophy final.
And we said earlier on, Matt, when he made that tie-in basket to put it overtime, he's the guy that you want with the ball for Tralee to make these big-time shots.
And the Tralee faithful go wild as they lead. 7.8 seconds to go. In the midst of all that, Alan O'Neill is checked in for Templeogue. Could he be the hero as the second one is missed? Rebound Bonaparte. I don't see it going anywhere else. He's a chance. 4 seconds to go. Spin move Bonaparte. Travel called. The Warriors bench goes crazy. There's 1.9 seconds on the clock. It'll be Warriors ball. And they're going to call a timeout to advance the ball. And they do, so with 1.9 seconds to go, Coach Mark Burnson calls a timeout for Tralee Warriors as they lead 74-73. We'll be back with you shortly. .9 seconds to go. Tralee's ball. Jimmy Ward, sum up what just happened.
Hey, Matt, I don't know how to sum it up. A massive call by one of the refs to give Donaghy the free throws. A massive three-pointer by Pemberton to tie this game in the first place. But it's just been an excellent game of basketball from start to finish here.
There's no idea who's going to win this right up to the final seconds. 1.9 seconds to go, so it'll be an instant foul from Templeogue. It's into Pemberton, and he's fouled quickly. There's 0.8 to go. I believe Templeogue still have a timeout, so it's not over. But you'd have to imagine that missing a second free throw would be the way to go right here.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And Pemberton is a hell of a good free throw shooter throughout the game. He made a couple of big ones in the fourth.
And Donaghy is talking to him, and I'm presuming he's telling him exactly that. And that's what they're talking about with Ricardo Lennon. Coach Burnson missing a second. And that's not going to please Mark Keenan because you can't see any way back if he misses a second.
No, not at all. By the time you come down with a rebound there and even get a heave up to the seconds to be, or the 0.8 of a second to be gone off the clock.
So he's missed the first. So either way, if they do manage to get it off, the best thing is to let the ball bounce. And at least you'd get it a shot off, or you'd imagine. He misses. Cummins will have a chance. He lets it go. It's well short. And the Garvey's Tralee Warriors storm the court as an unbelievable game of basketball. They've come from behind to steal this Champions Trophy. Fantastic game, Jimmy. No more than 6 points in it either way the whole game. And as they look dead and buried, Tralee Warriors have plucked out of the fire.
Yeah, they never gave up. They keep on crashing the boards, and when big time players like Colleen got fouled out for Templeogue, they just went at it harder and massive shots. As we have celebrations on the floor here, Tralee crowd on the floor supporting their players. Excellent finish to what was an excellent game of basketball. As we prepare to clear the floor for the presentations of the cup and the MVP and the runners-up medals to Templeogue, who unfortunately fell a point short today, but overall an excellent game.
And great sportsmanship showed from Templeogue. Straight over, congratulate Warriors. Fantastic game. Obviously they'll be disappointed not coming out on top, but you have to say whoever won would be well deserved.
Absolutely, and it's great to see a lot of young Kerry fans who came up with their parents rocking the Garvey's Tralee jerseys. Kids as young as maybe 3 and 4 here, Matt. And they'll be happy a long drive home with a victory like that.
And there you see Kieran Donaghy. Fantastic performance, scored that last basket to send it to overtime. And 2 big plays. Ryan Leonard breaking the foul line that gave the 1 point lead to Templeogue early on. Looked like it could have been costly, but Tralee got out of that one, and then the foul off the ball from Murphy on the rebound, which is tough. You know, when you're fighting for a rebound, it's easy to push.
That's it. There was probably nothing in it, but the refs had caught it, and Donaghy had the confidence to go to the line and knock down the free throw, which was massive.
Mike Bonaparte collecting his runners-up medal. Fantastic game from Bonaparte, especially down the last 8 or so minutes of regulation and overtime where he really took over the game.
Yeah, for Templeogue, he was the most exciting player in the last, say, 6-7 minutes, including overtime there. Anytime they needed a basket, he was the one to go get it, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough today as Templeogue big man Jason Tralee collects his medal from Basketball Ireland President Teresa Walsh and CEO Bernard Byrne. Mark Keenan congratulated by a Kerry fan on the way up to collect his runners-up medal. As Templeogue finish off their season, it was a successful season where they won the league, but just, as he says, falling a point short against a very impressive Garvey's Tralee team.
Michael Bonaparte finishing with 22 points and 14 rebounds. Colleen 18 points and 10 rebounds. The two huge shots from Kieran Donaghy and Trey Pemberton. Donaghy 15 points, 16 rebounds, 8 assists. And Trey Pemberton 21 points, 9 rebounds.
Yeah, they're pretty impressive stats from players on both sides there. Donaghy's line very impressive as well there, Matt.
As the Warriors go forward, Ryan Leonard, again a great weekend from Ryan on a first big year in the Men's Super League for Ryan.
Yeah, very exciting player, one of the panel members for this under-20s men's team coming up as well, Ryan Leonard. So looking forward to seeing a good summer of basketball out of him as well.
So Kieran Donaghy gets a big cheer as he goes forward, and Trey Pemberton the same. Massive games from both.
The two big men here for Tralee who pick up their medals, two very big, impressive players, equaling the height of Jason Colleen on the floor.
Goran Pantovic, 15 points and 18 rebounds. Almost went unnoticed.
And that's just an indication of the caliber of class of the game we watch, Matt, when a player with those silent stats like that would slip past you.
Rick Leonard, as Mark Burnson, he'll be happy he can go and have some food now. Mark Burnson doesn't eat on game day, unable to stomach anything.
No way. Maybe that's why he keeps his svelte figure so good looking, Matt.
And Kieran Donaghy grabs the MVP trophy with a stats line of 15 points, 16 rebounds, 8 assists, massive basket to tie the game.
Yeah, and a game-winning free throw there as well.
So the Warriors will come forward to collect the Champions Trophy. And Kieran Donaghy is the captain, but he sends forward Fergal O'Sullivan to collect the trophy. And he lifts aloft. And after what's been a fantastic weekend of basketball, the final piece of silverware goes to Garvey's Tralee Warriors in their first season back in the Super League. And Jimmy, great weekend of basketball.
Absolutely, Matt.
Finished off with a fantastic game.
Yeah, absolutely. And from start to finish this weekend, it's been a great example of Irish basketball. The talent we have on display mixed with the talent we get in from overseas. And a fantastic weekend of basketball all around, Matt.
Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with you for the start of next season. But for now, goodbye.